What's up, everybody? Trip Smith here, and I hope you all are doing well today. I hope you're just enjoying this nice, wonderful weather that's finally getting here, at least around where I'm at. We're just getting some great weather, and I'm ready to get out there and go on my next adventure. I hope you're planning the same very soon. So you're getting ready for a trip. Maybe it's a paddling trip, maybe it's a kayaking trip, whatever. Maybe it's you're planning on doing a lot. Maybe you're planning on doing some extended miles, hiking down some varying elevation, or you're planning on paddling just some heavy miles or going down this wild and rough and rowdy river that's just going to take a lot of your energy. And maybe it's going to be hot outside. Maybe it's the summertime, and maybe you're just going to be exerting yourself, just having a whole lot of fun. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the considerations maybe you should be taking when it comes to nutrition and hydration on the days leading up to your trip. Now, truth be told, most of these things that I'm going to be mentioning to you, most of these kind of diet type tips, I guess you would say, and suggestions I'm going to make to you probably could be implemented every single day of your life and just better yourself as a whole. But I know not everyone is quite on the straight and narrow with the diet and all, so at least do these on the days leading up to your trip, okay? Say 2 or 3 days out, okay? This will just make for a better trip where you can enjoy it more. The better you take care of your body and the better things you put into your body, the better your body is going to react and perform to just make your adventures that much more memorable and that much more fun. That's what we all want, right? The first and probably the biggest thing is going to be hydration. We really want to be getting our body ready for the rigors that it's going to be experiencing. Maybe that's extended periods of exposure to high heat, hot weather, or high exertion levels that are going to deplete your body of its fluid levels. Not paying attention to this can sneak up on you and have some adverse effects. Dehydration doesn't feel good in itself, but then that can also lead to things like heat cramps, or even worse, maybe even heat stroke, along with some other things that we just don't want happening while we're out there trying to have a good time, right? So I would suggest trying to drink upwards of, say, 100 ounces or so of water. Try to stay away from sugary drinks or dairy or, sports drinks and things like that. Really they are not all that good for you. Too much sugar is not good for you. Actually, almost any sugar is not really good for you. But just try and stay away from that stuff. I don't consume sports drinks personally, and really you don't even need that stuff even if you're exercising on a regular basis. Some of the signs that'll tell you need to drink more water is if you're not urinating frequently or if your urine is dark in color. The clearer that stuff is, the better hydrated your body is. Next up is foods. We all have a kind of a general understanding of what is good for you and what is bad for you, okay? So try to eat the things that are good for you. Try to stick with things like meats and fresh vegetables or frozen vegetables or nuts or fruits, the things that are good for you. Try to avoid the foods that might mess with your digestive system. We don't ever want to be out there and have an upset stomach or even worse. That is not a good thing. Big shout out real quick to 2 new patrons, or actually just 1 new patron. Nate Fisher is supporting over on Patreon at the $10 level. Big awesome thanks to you, Nate, and here's your shout out, buddy. And also Jason Bishop from Down Under, he upped his pledge from $5 to $10. Thank you so much, Jason. I hope you're enjoying your new shirt, Down Under, man. And also a big thanks to everyone else over at Patreon. Thank you all for helping making these videos and my adventures happen to further inspire you and everyone else to get out there. Thank you. Some foods can cause some people to have things like, stomach aches, bowel issues, bloating, or cramps, or heartburn, and things like that. So we don't want that happening out there. Try to steer clear of fried foods, maybe dairy. Sugary foods and desserts can be really smart to stay away from too, and maybe even grains. I know there's just so much stuff. Don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. Well, there's a lot of science that backs up a lot of this stuff. And if you want to know, just shoot me a message and I'll send you some stuff that you will not want to know that, I shouldn't eat that, I shouldn't eat that. Yes, it's true. But we're just doing this small scale here, so just eat what you think is good for you. That'll be good enough. That's a good first baby step. No need to carb load or anything crazy like that. Really and truly, that stuff isn't all that great for you anyway, and there's no need to shock the system with something like that if you're not used to it, because once we get out there, we don't want our system to react to it in a negative way and negatively affect or impact our trip. But hey, Trip, I don't usually eat a lot of meats and vegetables. Will that not shock my system? No, healthy stuff generally isn't going to shock your system. You're not going to have some sort of problem by drinking a lot of water or by eating a lot of vegetables. It's the stuff that's not so good for you that'll shock your system in a negative way. If you're having to travel a few hours to your destination, maybe you should think twice about stopping at some fast food restaurant, or stopping at the gas station and just filling up with sugary snacks and stuff. Maybe you should pack some good snacks, nuts, fruits and stuff, and a couple waters to drink on the way, and save a little money and fuel yourself better so you can better perform on your adventure. Something else to think about is sleep. We want to try to get some good rest. So, the few nights leading up to your trip, if you can get a good solid 6 hours at least, most people do good with 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So, if you can get some good rest, that'll really help you just feel better overall so you can enjoy the trip more, and it'll help you, be in a better mood for everyone else who's around you, and just, it'll just be nice if you could try to get some good sleep leading up to your trip. I know sometimes that's hard for different people depending on your occupation. Like myself, I'm a firefighter, so sometimes we don't get really good sleep, but if you can, try to get some. So folks, when it all comes down to it, just basically try to eat good, try to get plenty of fluids, because I know some people who have gotten out there and had some issues. Maybe they had an upset stomach or something. They said, oh, I shouldn't have eaten such and such, or man, I should have drank so much water, or had to call off trips or something because they were dehydrated. That stuff really can happen, so just stick with what you know is good for you. It's really not that difficult, and it really can pay off in the end, help you live a longer and more fruitful and more adventurous life, because that's what it's all about. We want to be, feel young and, be active, so when we do get the chance to get out there, we can enjoy it to the fullest, because that's what I want for each and every one of you. Not only do I want you to get out there, I want you to be able to get out there and enjoy. And, diet is a huge part of that. They say diet and exercise, those are two things you need. And really and truly, yes, that is absolutely right. But diet plays much more of a factor in how you feel, how you look, how, what your weight is and things like that. Just diet is such a big deal. It trumps whatever you do in the gym. It just trumps it so much. You are what you eat, and you are how much you eat, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of made that up. That doesn't really make sense. But try to eat good, folks. Try to drink good. Oh, and something else I forgot to mention. Avoid the alcohol prior to the trip if you can. I suggest avoiding it greatly. Anyways, don't drink too much before a trip. You don't want to be hungover and be that guy feeding the fish. Okay? Alright folks, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there's more adventures coming up. I've got one in 2 weeks, actually a little bit less than 2 weeks from today. Me and some buddies from the fire department, we're going to be going down the Ecofina Creek in Florida, and we are so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I've just heard so much good things about this little creek and how exciting it could be, so y'all get ready for some good time video from that, because I'm bringing a lot of good folks with me who all they know how to do is have a good time. So it's going to be laughter, and it's going to be bloopers, and it's going to be good. I hope y'all are ready for it. I know you are. All right, folks, take care. God bless, and get out there. See ya.